By December 1944, the war in Europe seemed to be nearing its end. Allied forces had liberated Paris and Rome, and the D-Day landing secured a foothold in Europe. German forces were being pushed back on all fronts. Yet a storm was brewing in the Ardennes forest. Hitler was planning one final desperate gamble. The Ardennes, heavily forested, was considered a quiet sector. The Allies, confident, had deployed fewer troops here. This detail would have profound consequences. The stage was set for the Battle of the Bulge. On December 16, 1944, the relative quiet of the Ardennes was shattered. Under the cover of heavy fog and a fierce artillery barrage, 3 German armies, totaling over 200,000 men, launched a massive surprise offensive against the thinly stretched American lines. The attack, codenamed Operation Watch on the Rhine, was Hitler's last hope for a decisive victory. His plan was audacious: to break through the American lines in the Ardennes, cross the Meuse River, and capture the strategically vital port of Antwerp. Such a move would split the Allied armies, sever their supply lines, and potentially force the Western Allies to negotiate a separate peace, leaving the Soviets to fight on alone. The success of the offensive hinged on several factors, including the element of surprise, the harsh winter weather that hampered Allied air support, and the capture of vital bridges over the Meuse River. Exacerbating the situation. Section 4. Turning the tide, resilience and retaking the initiative. Despite the initial shock and setbacks, the Allies demonstrated remarkable resilience. At key crossroads like Bastogne and Elsenborn Ridge, American troops held fast, slowing the German advance and buying valuable time for reinforcements to arrive. The weather, which had initially favored the Germans, began to clear, allowing Allied air power to strike German supply lines and troop concentrations. The arrival of General Patton's Third Army, along with other Allied reinforcements, bolstered the beleaguered American defenders. Fierce fighting raged for weeks in the snow-covered forests and towns of the Ardennes. Gradually, the tide began to turn. The German offensive, hampered by fuel shortages and stiffening Allied resistance, lost momentum. By late January, the bulge that the Germans had created in the Allied lines was slowly pushed back. Section 5. Echoes of the Bulge, Legacy of a Brutal Winter. The Battle of the Bulge, fought over 6 brutal weeks, was a watershed moment in World War II. It was the largest and bloodiest battle fought by the United States, costing them 81,000 casualties. Despite heavy losses, the battle was a costly German defeat. The offensive depleted their reserves, shattering hopes of peace. The Allied victory hastened the end of the war in Europe. It left an indelible mark on the men who fought there. The battle was a stark reminder of the resilience and fighting spirit of the American soldier. The Battle of the Bulge, fought in a European winter, is etched in military history as a testament to human courage and sacrifice.